my goodness, friends. Hello, everybody. Let me pop over here so you can see me. Hello, my name is Val, and I'm here for the Express Challenge. New, okay? I am so excited to be here for the Express Challenge. I've done the Photoshop Challenge a lot, but I use Express all of the time, and I have been waiting. I've been aching to teach this challenge, so I'm super pumped for the lineup that we have for the next roughly a month, maybe a little more than a month. We've got several challenges lined up, and all of them are going to be connected to doing fictional branding for a fictional conference called MAGICON. I think there's MAGICON, but not MAGICON, so hopefully this is fictional enough. But today we're going to be diving into creating lanyards for this challenge. Also, let me know if the sound levels and everything are good. This is kind of a new region, a new setup for me today. But yeah, we're going to be making lanyards today, and we're going to be going over a lot of the really awesome new features in Express. A lot of these challenges are coming straight from the What's New in Express page, and I'm pumped to show you folks how to whip it up. Keys, welcome in. Thursday Valdums instead of Wednesday Adams. I appreciate it. Jack, it's good to see you. Idara, hello. Oliver, welcome in. Clever, it's always good to see you. I see Christelle in the chat. I see Barbara in the chat. Wade, thank you so much for a fabulous challenge. Ashraful, hello. It's good to see you. Thank you all for joining. I'm going to pop over to my screen real quick, and we're going to kind of dive into things. If you folks would like to follow along with me, I have created for you a super cool little template that you can remix, and it looks a little something like this. This is my MAGICON lanyard, and it says create a custom CSV file with columns for attendees, attendee roles, and social media handles. Google Sheets will work if you do not have Microsoft Excel or another similar app. Okay, so I do have a sheet prepared that I'm going to show you folks how to use. I'm using Google Sheets, so you folks should be able to kind of go to Google Sheets and figure out how to create a little Excel sheet, Excel style sheet for yourselves. And then we're going to use the bulk create feature in the template, or after you've designed your own lanyard if you so choose to. And we're going to create multiple variations of a lanyard pass for different attendees. Now I'm using a fancy font, which I would like to direct you to. There is a link to this in the template if you would like to use the casserole font, which looks like this. And I am in love with this font. Casserole is a great font name. New setup, she's still in Darth Vader's tunnel. I am, yes. So this is a new favorite font of mine. I think it's just gorgeous, especially if you are doing something a little whimsical, or honestly, it could also be a very serious font depending on what you're going for. My design obviously is quite whimsical, lots of little stars and things like that. But I feel like the images accompanying this font are very powerful, very strong. So definitely download this font. There are 6 different font weights, which are incredible. Some of them are very cool for body copy. Some of them are like, we have like a straight black letter, and we also have a lot of them that are just really lovely for like headers and things like that. So I'm going to, real quick, I'm going to remove the information that we have here, because I'm going to do some different things. And one of the things that I would like to experiment with, because this is an Express challenge, and while we do have some wonderful steps planned, they're pretty quick. So I'm going to do a variation real quick of our lanyard for MAGICON. And I'm also going to add a few folks from the chat into our event. So let's go ahead. I'm going to come into my pages here, and I'm going to duplicate page, and we'll go into that. And I'm going to change some things up. So I've got a very particular motif going here, but I kind of want to create a dark mode version. Because I think that MAGICON definitely, like, this is a good witch lanyard pass for MAGICON. And I kind of want one that is a little darker. We can come into custom colors, and I'm thinking of maybe making like a dark charcoal version, which might be cool. We can kind of cruise over. In fact, let's select our purple color, and then let's get like a darker version of that purple, which I think would be really, really cool. I'm thinking MAGICON could stay purple, but we could also come in and alter this a little bit. Maybe we can select our green, because I like that green. And then we could also make our attendee, green, which I think would be really cool. And I think I will also change, do we want to change this? We might not change this because I feel like that would be a lot of work. Let's kind of take a look at our magical speaker and see if that would look interesting as our orange that we have. I'm just trying to make sure that it is, you know, something that is still readable against our background color there. I think that might actually work. That's actually kind of cool. And I almost want to change our little stars here to green as well. So let's go ahead and sample those. And all I'm doing, if you folks are very, very new to Express, all I'm doing is selecting my little elements here. If you have things which are grouped, you'll notice in that template that there are a lot of elements which are grouped. If you click a group, let's see, let's click like the group of all of these stars. The first click will select the entire group itself, and you can transform the whole group. Like I could kind of make these a little more subtle by messing with the opacity. I could blend them if I wanted to blend them with blending modes. You have normal, multiply, and screen to select from, and I could also do animation, although animation is not really necessary for this because it is something that's going to be like printed on plastic. But if you want to select an individual element, all you have to do is select that group and then select again on that element, and it will go directly to open that group for you and select whatever you've pinpointed. So let's go ahead and change this one to green as well. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit to kind of take this all in. I almost miss the like rose gold color of it. We might come back, but let's change our little frame here. By the way, this border, if I can go into elements, one of the things that I really, really love about Adobe Express is that a lot of the elements that you can select, they're not always just images and things that you resize. Some of them do like a smart resize, which is really cool. So this one, in fact, let me change the color real quick just because I want it to be a little more visible. Let's go ahead and select our like rose pink color. So this frame actually resizes like that. If you notice, it's like very, very, it kind of adheres to wherever you're going to put it. So if you wanted it to be something that was very thin, you could make a very thin frame, however it is that you want it. I love it. And I found this by going into elements on the left-hand toolbar, and you can type in, you should be able to type in like frames, or you could simply go into like different shapes, and they have a frames tab here, and you can do view all. Now there aren't a lot of them available there, but you can select more of them, and they all kind of resize like this, which is really freaking cool. So if you are looking for a frame within Adobe Express, and you are somebody who maybe is not creating graphical elements from scratch, as I usually am, to be honest, this is a really great method for you to use. So, and another thing that's really cool is you can actually change the border styles now. So if I want something that looks like a little more chalky, honestly, this does give like a chalkboard kind of vibe. You can do that. You can do bubbles, and you can change the border thickness if you want. We can scroll through here and we could do random dots if we wanted to do random dots or like a triple line, whatever it is that we wanted to do. There's all kinds of really cool stuff that is available now so that you can further customize the elements and things that you are working with in Express. So let's now move on to, I think I am actually going to end up changing the color of our attendee name. Let's do that rose color because I do like that. And I'm wondering, I think I am going to change these back to rose, only because, you know, just doing a little bit of experimenting. Sometimes you kind of have to noodle with things just to find like a really cool variation, so we'll do that. I think I might change magical speaker also to rose, and then leave the social media handle that orange color, because I think that it's like obviously a secondary title because it's a different font in the family, and it's smaller, and then the social media handle is like a lot more subtle, and maybe we could actually change this if we wanted to a purple. We could change it to like a dark purple, maybe something a little more we are kind of losing the visibility there, and that looks more like a black against the green, to be honest. So I will go back to our handy dandy orange, and I think that looks pretty cool. So now we have like two different versions here, and the last thing I want to do is actually do let's come back to our bright here. Let's do duplicate page, and I'd like to do just a new lockup. That would be interesting because we have like the information down here that is kind of cool, but I think it would also be neat to kind of do a version of this where the attendee name is more front and center. So let's go ahead, let's grab our, I'm gonna grab, yeah, let's grab Val if I can, boom. And I want to move that up there. And then I'm also going to move my stars, if I can, and kind of line them up with the edge here in the center of our name. And we're going to bump, oop, not that far. We don't want to bump that much. Let's bump this to the edge of our frame and the center, just like so. And then we will put MAGICON down here. So it's kind of, you know, on the cusp of that there. And then I will also snag the topmost. In fact, what I might need to do, now that I've moved those, I might need to move these up above, to be honest, but we'll bring it all down here. Let me select from my layers and kind of bring everything down. MAGICON! I kind of, honestly, I just used stars like from the elements here. If you go into elements and then go, let's go out of that, let's go into shapes, and I just went to stars and found some cool stars, and I've been, why are you doing that? Okay. And the stars really wanted to be added and re-added to the program or to the project. I just used the stars and then was making them either opaque or just doing an outline. And I'm going to move this up above here so that I can more thoroughly move these stars. There we go. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. So kind of do like a little switcheroo, and then maybe we will make this version more green than anything. Let's also bump this so that it's like totally center. Love it. MAGICON looks good, but let's put this down behind again. I think I want it to be over our frame. Pretty cool. Yeah, I like that well enough. We could also do MAGICON even lower and like, you know, mess with the magical speaker and all that kind of stuff. But I just want to, you know, kind of figure out how to create a little variation. So to be honest, I'm sure nobody is shocked. I think my favorite one is actually the dark version. So I might come over here. I think we lost one of our, did we lose one of our pieces? Maybe because that last one was lighter in the background. We kind of need to bring back our little folded paper. So I'm actually going to put this on screen and see if we can reverse the duotone effects. Yeah, let's make shadows our orange color. And I'm just going to match it, to be honest. Let's make shadows our orange color, or highlights our orange color, and shadows a darker color. Maybe inverting that will change it up. Yeah, there we go. And I kind of want to copy this and put that underneath. So let's go ahead and copy, put it underneath our green. And I'm going to say paste. Can I do that? Oh, it copied the whole thing. I don't know if I wanted it to do that much. Let's ungroup this, actually. That'll be the best way to do it. Let's go ahead and ungroup. And then paste. Can I? Ungroup again. There we go. Okay. I'm going to drag this down. Let's ungroup this one as well. And I'm going to put that green in between. So it's still like textury, you know, and we'll kind of turn the opacity down a little bit on it so it's like darker. You can still see that purple through it. It's pretty cool. All right, so now we are going to kind of change up what is on our lanyards. We have a few different variations and stuff. Maybe I will go back to the orange one. This is the realest way that people design, I think. I think you like make a bunch of different versions of stuff and then you are kind of wishy-washy on which one you prefer. I think maybe I'll use this just in case those of you who are following along with me aren't designing your own. And we are going to add some people to our MAGICON Express sheet, or our Excel type sheet, Google Sheets sheet, and we are going to create multiple versions of this lanyard. So I'm going to come over here. I have Google Sheets open and I've added some of our very good friends from Adobe Live to our little sheet. I have Cody Bear, I have myself, I have Wade, Jack, Idara, and Paco. And I think that we need, oh, can I increase the volume? Yes, 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 yes. Let me bump it up just a little bit. How's that? Really like your organized by color links on the bookmark bar. Oh, thank you, Asherful. Hopefully that's not now way too loud. Let me know if that is okay. Sorry I didn't peek over sooner. Okay, I am going to see, let's put Clever Devlin on here. I'm gonna copy MAGICON and I'm gonna add a few more people. We're gonna put Clever Devlin in here. Not in caps. Clever Devlin, we're going to duplicate the social handle because I'm not putting everybody's like social handle in here. And we're going to say that Clever is a speaker. Loud and clear for you. Okay, thank you, Richard. We are also going to add you to this. Let's add Richard Given. Boom. And you are going to be our second special guest. Love it. I see Ashraful, so we're going to put Ashraful on there. There we go. And Ashraful, you're going to be an exhibitor, I think. And then I see Oliver is in the chat. So Oliver, of course. Oliver Andrews. Boom. You are also going to be a speaker. And then, let's see, who else don't we have? Christelle, I see Christelle on there. So let's go ahead and add Christelle. Christelle, Richard. Boom. All right. So now we have all of our friends. Let's make Christelle also an exhibitor because I think that that will work very nicely. Yep, everybody's here. And all I'm gonna do is go File and Download, and then this right here, this comma separated values CSV. Again, this is just Google Sheets that you can access in your browser. So I'm gonna download that, and that gives me a little download here, and then I'm gonna come back over to my Express, and we have this neat little button here called Bulk Create. So I'm going to go to Bulk Create, and I'm going to drag my MAGICON sheet over to here. All right. And I'm just going to say next. Now I'm going to remove these because I've already added some things here, and I want to make sure I do this from scratch for you. So the first element we need to connect, because it needs to be changed, is going to be the name. So I'm selecting VooDoo Val. Connect element. I'm selecting magical speaker because I want to change the type of attendee. So we're going to connect that as element 2. And then the social handle we're going to connect. Now this is where you might get a little bit confused, because I was when I first tried to test this out. So pay very close attention. After you add these, next is not glowing. You cannot go to next. I didn't know where to go from this step. You need to click element. After you've added them all, you need to click it. So that first element we added was the speaker name or attendee name. So we're going to make that attendee name. The next element was attendee type, and the next one was like their website or something, and you should be able to hit next after you assign all those, and you will see it makes us, all of our friends are here. Boom. We have all of these different ones. Now you also have images here. So how do you add your images? You know, now that you've had all your buddies are all assigned here, let's go ahead and go to cancel. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an image here. So let's go to media, and I'm just going to grab, in fact, actually, I'm going to drag in a piece of my own artwork. We're going to grab our, let's do the jelly skull. This is my little jelly skull that I've drawn, and I'm just going to place this in. I'm going to try not to be too precious about it because we have just a couple of minutes left, so I'm just going to put this in here. And you can also attach this. So let's go ahead and just bump this up. Normally I would maybe be a little more like precise about how I'm placing this, but that's good enough for me. So let's do it again. Let's go ahead and go bulk create. Let's drag in the same MAGICON sheet. Okay, let's go next. And you can see all of our attendee types, they're already set and everything, but let's also, we can click our image and we can say connect element. Now there's nothing to connect to this because there's nothing in that CSV file that matches it. But if we go next, you can see that it's plugged in all of our stuff with the same image, but now we have a new button to press called Add Multiple Assets. And you can see here, it shows us everything, and we can drag and drop media. So I can come in here and I can drag and drop a bunch of my, my artwork like this. We'll use artwork for it, and I can come and assign all these different paintings. In this case, or in the case of your work, you might be assigning different, I don't know, different pictures. I think it's kind of cool to have like a magical thing where people are, you know, using their artwork. So we can kind of put all of these in there. And I can assign all of us a unique image. And once I have that in there, then I can say done. And now you can see all of these are situated in here with different illustrations for me in this case. And then you just have to hit create pages. And so now all of these are created with unique images. You can also go into each individual one and double click that image, and you can recrop if some of the cropping doesn't work and you want to recrop to a better position. But that is all the time I have for you today, folks. I hope that you have enjoyed this. I know that I have. This is one of my favorite things that we can now do in Adobe Express. I do have to take off, but I hope that you've enjoyed the challenge, and I hope you will join us on Adobe Live tomorrow for more creative content. Adios, folks.